Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Hades Wastes and Orks versus Space Marines. For the blue Orky team, a couple of Warboss players. This is Stigma 8113 and here is the Tenso. These guys walk through objects fighting in melee. Strong support and disruption. Looks like we got some Death Skulls elite scheme for the Tenso. Rounding off the blue Orks is a Mekboy. This is just a line, this fella. Teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of Orky gadgets. Taking some shots at the Techmarine. This is AngryMetalGuy, who doesn't seem to be benefiting from that heavy cover there. He's slightly poking out of it, I think. You have Vel as another Techmarine. These guys start off with bolt guns. They can get to melee weapons, support with structures and repair. The Mekboy got the cap and ran away. Rounding off the teams is WAAA as a force commander. Very strong offense, fighting in melee. A versatile frontline hero. More Blood Ravens here. With a name more suited to an Ork. Expect very aggressive Orks early on. Oh, the Warboss went off and got the VP on the western side. There's the WAAA banner being activated. A long-lasting buff for all those shooters. The Tenso taking a bunch of damage on the Warboss to get this in here. Shotgun scouts online. There's the blast, but it's not going to be enough with the shooters of another player in there too. Hey, the line fella. Any shotguns for WAAA? No. I wonder if it's worth foregoing those early shotguns to get Devastators up early. Maybe. Maybe they think that Devastators are too easily hard countered by Stormboys, perhaps. This is the other side of the map where Stigma is chasing off a whole bunch of stuff while these guys power bash. Some tax in trouble, is it? Look at these guys. More sluggers piling in. These fellas are gone. Those fellas are gone. The sluggers are also white. I think WAAA believed that with the battle cry going, he could handle it. Did not count on more sluggers piling in. The shotgun scouts of AngryMetalGuy again are sent packing. We've got more Daka here on the shooters. Global buff from the Mekboy. And we're going to see a Mastercrafted Bolter. Is it worth, as I said, getting Devastators up instead for more bodies? I wonder. We do have Stormboys. We have Stormboys from all three players now. So yeah, perhaps Devastators were not the way to go. Although if you can get Devastators and then shotguns very quickly afterwards, you can help protect them. But we see the Mastercrafted Bolter and shotgun combo. We'll see how it does. WAAA does not have shotguns though. There's a Stormboy jump. These guys have power melee weapons. So they're a big threat to Marines. Almost took a model off those guys in a couple of seconds there. Assault squad on the way for Vel. Assault squad already up for WAAA. There's the play. And there's the jump. And as long as they do get the jump on Stormboys, they'll do some really good work against them. Scouts helping out a bit too. I don't think they need it if they do get the jump. In tier 1 anyway. There's another jump trying to get a model off these guys because they didn't drop one. There we go. One Stormboy dies and then they retreat. More Stormboys lurking. Oh, Power Sword now in for the Force Commander. Makes his battle cry better. And of course gives us some power melee damage. There's a Stormboy jump on the scouts. And they flee. High powered shot going in there from the Techmarine. And the Power Sword kills one. Oh, Tarantula turret going in. Turret is gonna defend the power. What about this side? No Tarantula turret here. We do have Assault Marines, shotguns, and Bionics. So maybe we'll see a melee Techmarine then. Warboss gets very upset and does a stomp. And he's got the Bang Bang Hammer into spiky armor. Assault squad jumping into the back lines. Sluggers are there with burners. But they're very busy trying to power bash at the moment. They may wipe actually. Can you jump again, fellas? They could have jumped again and maybe finish off those guys, you know. Maybe. But they didn't. Look how blue the map is for the Orks, though. They even have this VP thanks to the mech. No cover really here for them to defend with, eh? They have a good amount of piercing DPS, though, from the bolt guns and that Mastercrafted Bolter. Warboss sent packing. Sluggers do have their burners here for the Tenso. Tier 2 for the Mekboy. So he lost the Sluggers, just got Stormboys up. And that was it. Didn't even get big shooters or anything on these fellas. Very quick tier 2. A quick death dread would be quite painful, I think. Meanwhile, Techmarine ventures forward to try and get the VP going. Over towards the west side. Space Marines making up some ground. Scouts on capping duty. And these are WAAA units splitting here. Got double assault marines, eh? Okay. Yep, death dread quite painful against those fellas. Could get double death dreads maybe. Any more? Yeah, look at this guy. Fully kitted out. Angry bits now. He's angry, spiky, and bang bangy. There's the WAAA banner activated again. I think it's like a 5% bonus. But it lasts like 30 seconds. So it's quite nice to have around and use like that. Storm Boys trying to finish off the Techmarine, who did get a decap. This could be quite an important fight here as they head into tier 2s and stuff. Double assault marines in play. Shotgun scouts with a sergeant now for WAAA. Another jump, but those guys are low. They have to retreat. They're out of there. Big stomp from the Tenso's Warboss, thanks to these cyborg implants. And sluggers piling in now with burners. Decent grenade. WAAA did okay there. Held up a bunch of stuff. Made some stuff retreats. Mekboy's taking back the natural. Devastators are in play now for AngryMetalGuy. Boss pole in for the Tenso. More Storm Boys for Stigma. Is that a Overwatch mistake? Looks like the Mekboy went into Stick Bombers tier 2. So much for double death dreads. Storm Boys down to 2 models is very, very risky to fight with. Gets a good stomp though. Yeah, the Storm Boys run. Assault Squad just leveled to 2. They've done a lot of work then. Warboss is kicking them. Yeah, he does quite well with the bang bang hammer against them. Can he kill one? Crunch, yes. Did he kick him to death? I think he kicked him to death. Scouts grabbing the VP. 416 to 317 on him. Maybe a 2-to-1 can come in over here. Tier 2s all around, aside from Stigma, who did get double Storm Boys. Was it intended? You'll never know. Needs to support them with a Weird Boy, maybe. Storm Boys. Oh, they had their knob leader. But couldn't quite jump on the turret. There were Devastators backing it up and a Techmarine and all sorts of stuff. For the Emperor on these Assault Marines. Global buff from the Force Commander. More of them jumping in. But Stick Bombers are no slouch in melee, giving them a really good fight here. Really good fight. I'm not sure what their DPS is, but they have really high melee skill. You can see the amount of special attacks they're getting here. Knocking down the Assault Marines like crazy. And melee skill wins melee fights. Those Assault Marines barely got out of there. They'll think twice about jumping them again. Almost took out the Devs as well. Awesome play from those double Stick Bombers. That was a great melee fight. What's going on west side? Orks are taking back the VP. Another push through this side by Stigma. This Warboss has done great work. Almost level 3. Techmarine is down. Dreadnought coming in now for Vel though. Plasma Des for AngryMetalGuy. And there's the Weird Boy for the Tenso. And that's a full power bash. Orks take back the Western VP. For a 2-to-1 cap. Oh, sorry, a double cap into the 2-to-1 now. Level 3 Warboss for the Stigma. Yep, full power bash. Uh-oh. Use your choppers on the sluggers. Takes out the assault squad of Vel. This Dreadnought needs to do a huge amount of work now. Or they need to be supported heavily. There's the Force Commander helping out. With a Sacred Standard. And Armor of Alacrity. Lots and lots of buffs. With the Power Sword as well. Warboss falls over that Stigma. Messy push from the Orks, but they're doing quite a lot of work here. Keeping them away from the contested VP. Keeping that power locked down. Warboss comes to say hello though. Some big hits. Inspiration on kill. And Orks are sent packing. This guy comes out of the gates as a melee walker. Weird Boy flees. Storm Boys got the devs. Oh, they're also jumping into friendly stick bombers though. Now they can take out this turret maybe, which has defended this power quite well actually. I think that was a decent investment actually. Tank busters coming in for Stigma to try and take that dreadnought down. Oh boy, mark target on the Storm Boys. They stayed in there too long. Those are the Mekboy Storm Boys, and the Mekboy himself also drops. And some stick bombers have wiped as well. There's only one left. It's heavy losses for the Mekboy. Bunch of dead stick bombers here, look. Warboss just took out a scout model. I think he's got a power claw here now, the Tenso. 2 Orky heroes down in deep enemy territory. I don't think the Tenso can get to him. Shotgun scouts chasing back the shooters. About to meet a bunch of friends though. 401 to 234 on the VPs. Oh, Librarian up for AngryMetalGuy. He can support the devs with the Veil of Time. Are there any Assault Marines left? Yes, WAAA still has double Assault Marines. They need to be very careful of the Weird Boys Warp Vomit. Plasma Cannon. Decent shot in there. And they are Veil of Time, so they don't need to set their weapon up. They're getting so very close, though. Way too close. Scared off now by a bunch of stick bombs. 379 to 234 on the VPs. Where's that Dreadnought? What's he up to? He's got an Assault Cannon now. Lots and lots of single target piercing damage. And the awesome barrage. Storm Boys can threaten it, though. Loses melee resistance with that Assault Cannon. And these guys with their Nob Leaders have a heavy melee weapon. What is this, though? Stern Guard coming in, looks like. Stern Guard dropped in by Veil. First Company Marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets. Need to be using Hellfire rounds against most of these Orks. Start off with Crap and Bolts loaded in. Look at that. Mark target takes out some tank busters. That takes some pressure off the Dreadnought for sure. Tier 3 for the Tenso. All 3 Ork heroes are down though. Where did the Tenso go down? Went down on this zone VP over here. So probably worth maybe the Mekboy repurchasing. He's more likely to get enemy territory revives going with his teleport. But one of them needs to repurchase, because having none of your heroes on the field can really set you back in all the fights. Level 3 Techmarine here now in melee mode with his axe. Space Marines turning the corner here. Can they stabilize on this VP when there's no Orky heroes around? Good merciless strike. And then they flee. Triple stick bombers, quad stick bombers here for the Mekboy. Trying to take down the Force Commander, and they do get him. That means his Sacred Standard now buffs for more, if you're close enough anyway. There's a good Warp Vomit. Nothing really to follow it up though. And Devastators with Veil of Time just setting up in the face of those Orks and blasting them. Techmarine will get the revive. That should level him to 4. There we go. Space Marines looking strong. Got their tier 2 groove going. And WAAA has tier 3 in coming up. Both the war bosses are in tier 3 though. We could see some knobs soon. You see how much they're suffering here with no heroes on the field, just being pushed back. This Dreadnought is really far forward though. There's a barrage. Hit some stuff. Attack's being chased by a whole bunch of stuff here. They do run. Techmarine, sorry, the Dreadnought backs away. These guys do have their Hellfire rounds, but there is a jump. Storm Boys use your choppers on them too, buffing their melee damage and their melee skill. Stern Guard just trying to back off it. Maybe trying to support the Dreadnought a bit. In some trouble. It was so far forward, wasn't it? So far forward. There's Blessing of the Ominous Side. They're trying to save it. Are the repairs enough from the blessing? Maybe. It might be far enough away now. A smite goes in. There's a barrage. There's Assault Marines did some really great work there jumping in. There's still more in there. Almost finished those sluggers off, look. There's a pile of stick bombers though, and we've seen what they can do in melee, and that's what their bombs can do. A stun. Hitting the Dreadnought good, but there's nothing really to follow it up because the tank busters were taken out, weren't they? Well, they saved it. Stigma has no units left on the field. Not even the Warboss is up and about. What is this? Is that a single scout fella? It's a single scout fella grabbing the VP there. Stigma has tried to start recovery now with commandos. Can drop a rocks as well, maybe. Nob squad on the way for the Tenso. They still have no heroes on the field, though. Space Marines are going to get a triple. Not sure for how long those sluggers are coming in. Nob squad are up. There they are. Elite melee infantry. They can do a lot for sure. Commandos go all sneaky-like. And they do have their Nob leader in there. Quad stick bomb still in play for the mech. None of them have leveled, I don't think. No. Because that would give them even more melee skill if they started leveling up. They'll consider the Dreadnought briefly. Oh, maybe he's looking to drop the Venerable in. Might see a Venerable soon. Maybe in the next big fight. This guy gets fully repaired up. Has he leveled up? He's level 3, this Dreadnought. Techmarine level 4 and running away, looks like. Meanwhile, kicking off on the Western VP. It does turn blue. Bunch of stick bombs into a rocks and a warp vomit. That is painful. That is very painful. That has evened up the fight considerably. The Tenso and Stigma. Well, all three players there combined, didn't they? Because it's the Tenso's warp vomit, the Mekboy's stick bombs, and Stigma's nuke, I think it was. That was a mental. Techmarine trying to get refractor field going. There's a barrage again. Yeah, I don't think they can hold the VP here particularly well. But they did a lot of damage there and did grab it. 260 to 180. Terminators are in though. For two of the Space Marine players. Both of the Tech Marines getting them actually. So much for my Venerable Dreadnought dream. Double Assault Marines continue to do work. Level 3 and level 3. And there's some Vanguard veterans for WAAA. Oh, and he still has... yeah. These are all 3 for WAAA. Would love to see the Force Commander get a jump pack option. Can the Dreadnought hit level 4? I wonder how much that gun does at level 4. Looks incredibly painful already. Warboss goes down, I think. Yep. Now all 3 Orc heroes down again. Those guys have been down for a while. Stigma and the Mekboy. 253 to 163. Mekboy just lost his shooters. These guys have an assault cannon too, which does even more DPS than the Dreadnought's one. It also does more courage damage, I believe, so it can suppress stuff. War Banner goes down. Tech Marines having a go. Big, powerful sweep from the Bionics. And that shield is quite efficient in terms of damage reduction there per energy point. Dreadnought was far up again. More Daka on the commandos. And there's more commandos there. And more coming in. Triple commandos. Can they take out the Dreadnought? Trying to use Blessing of the Omnicide to save it again, but this time doesn't work out. It was really far forward. Land Raider Redeemer though coming for Wa. How are the Knob Squad doing? They are reinforcing, are they? Oh no, they didn't finish the reinforcement. They have meaner and greener. Oh, Weird Boy went down. Gonna explode in a second. Maybe. How far away he's going? There he goes. He should have an upgrade where you can control him as he dies. Terminator's incredibly low here for Vel. Can the Techmarine help him out? Where's the powerful sweep? The Assault Marines and Vanguard veterans jumping in. Terminators survive on 200 hit points on 2 models. That is really lucky. 189 to 163. What a topsy-turvy game. AngryMetalGuy gets 2 scouts up. Predator tank on the way for Vel. Level 4 Assault Marines, and what is the Force Commander? Level 7 this fella. These guys all getting buffed by the Sacred Standard, of course. And then even more buffs from the Power Sword. Double cap for the Space Marines. Quad Commandos. 5 Stick Bombers. And the Tenso with a looted tank on the way. Can you chuck the stick bombs at your feet when these guys jump in, maybe? Another Land Raider Redeemer for Vel. Both the Terminators are still up. Both of the assault cannons as well. There's that looted tank. These guys got their melters? No. No melters for these fellas. Double melters and then power fists could take the tank out, but that could drag the Terminators into bad positions to get that kill. Who's this? Knob Squad trying to get the VP back, eating grenades and assault cannons. Yeah, they don't have much backup either. Techmarine of AngryMetalGuy with a melter gun. Signum and refractor field. Land Raider Redeemer pushes all the way up the field here, which is pretty risky when there's quad commandos. Oh, there's an orbital, look. He's feeling confident here. Is Wa. And there's a Orks. Might get some good hits on the Assault Marines. Does get some good hits. Can a looted tank survive? Looted tank needs to move. There we go. Land Raider's trying to finish it off with the multi-melter, I think. But it's very risky to go further. This Land Raider's gone. I think this Land Raider's gone. Triple cap though, maybe they don't care. Land Raider's down. Yeah, they can't make it to any of the VPs, look. He knew what he was doing, old Wa. Just pushing them back for the triple cap. And gets it, and there's the victory. What a crazy game. These two Orc heroes were still down for like half the game. That made a huge difference. Level 3 Warboss, level 2 Warboss with a Tenso, and a level 1 mech. That was the difference right there, the heroes. In contrast, we have a level 7 Techmarine, a level 7 Techmarine, and a level 8 Force Commander. These double Assault Marines did amazingly well, backed up by the Vanguard veterans I wasn't expecting. Awesome stuff. Big thanks to these players for playing a faction war for us. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to the Tenso for getting this for me. And we'll see ya next time.